Jnanakosha, Puranas.
सर्गश्च प्रतिसर्गश्च वंशो मन्वन्तराणि च वंशानुचरितं चैव पुराणं पञ्चलक्षणम्.
Shiva Purana, Part 7, Vayviya Samhita. The origin of Vidya, knowledge. There are 14 types of learning or Vidyas, 4 Vedas, 6 Vedangas, Mimamsa, Nyaya, Puranas, and other religious scriptures. These 14 learning along with Ayurveda, Dhanurveda, Gandharva Veda and Ardhasastras become 18. All these 18 learnings originate from Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva created Lord Brahma to facilitate the process of creation and bestowed with him with all these 18 learnings. He also empowered Lord Vishnu to protect the creation. The 4 Vedas emerged from the mouth of Lord Brahma, on the basis of which were created the numerous scriptures like Vedangas. Since these Vedas were difficult to understand, therefore Lord Vishnu took incarnation of Vyasa and created the Puranas so that they could be understood easily. The Puranas contain 4 lakh slokas and they help us to understand the essence of the Vedas. The tale of Naimisharanya. Once Lord Brahma released his Maya Chakra and instructed the sages to follow it. He also told them that the place at which the Manomaya Chakra broke down would be very auspicious for doing penance. The sages followed the Manomaya Chakra, which after travelling for a long time fell down on a large segment of land and its circumference, namely broke down as predicted by Lord Brahma. This segment of land became famous as Naimisaranya. The sages decided to perform a yajna at that sacred place. This way, the very place sitting where Lord Brahma did creations. All the sages commenced their yajna, which continued for 10,000 years. On the completion of yajna, the deity arrived there and blessed them as per the instruction of Lord Brahma. Time, calculation and yugas. Describing about the time, Kala, Vayudeva told the sages that Kala or time is the radiance of Lord Shiva. Kala or time is also known as Kalatma. The time flows smoothly without being disturbed. Time is under the control of Lord Shiva. Since the time contains the elements of Shiva, Shiva Tattva, hence its momentum cannot be checked by any other power except that of Shiva. One who understands the meaning of Kala has a darshan of Lord Shiva. The smallest unit of measuring the time is called Nimesha. The time taken to drop one's eyelid is called 1 Nimesha. A Kala consists of 15 Nimeshas and 30 Kalas make a Muhurta. A day and a night consist of 30 Muhurtas. A month consists of 30 days divided into 2 fortnights. One fortnight is known as Krishna Paksha, dark phase, and the other is known as Shukla Paksha, bright lunar phase. In Pitraloka, the day consists of 1 fortnight and night of the same number of days. Shukla Paksha is the day of the Pitraloka and Krishna Paksha the night. 1 ayana consists of 6 months. A year consists of 2 ayanas. 1 year of the earth is equivalent to a day and a night of the deity. The 6 months when sun is in the southern hemisphere of the earth is actually the time when the deities experience night. On the contrary, the 6 months when sun is in the northern hemisphere is the daytime of the deities. 1 year of the deities is equivalent to 360 years of this world. The yugas are counted on the basis of the years of the deities. According to the scholars, there are 4 yugas: Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga. A Satya Yuga is equivalent to 4,000 years of deities. A Treta Yuga is equivalent to 3,000 years of deities. Similarly, a Dwapar Yuga is equivalent to 2000 years of the deities and a Kali Yuga to that of 1000 years of the deities. This way, all the 4 yugas collectively are equivalent to 12,000 years of the deities. A Kalpa consists of 1000 Chaturyugas. A Manvantara consists of 71 Chaturyugas. One Kalpa is inhabited by 14 Manus, one after another in succession. A Brahma's day is equivalent to 1 divine Kalpa. A Brahma's year is equivalent to 1000 Kalpas. A Brahma's Yuga consists of 8000 such Yugas. A Brahma's Savan consists of 1000 Yugas. Brahma's lifespan is complete after 3000 such Savanas. 5,40,000 numbers of Indras succeed one another during the whole lifespan of Brahma. A Vishnu day is equivalent to the whole lifespan of Brahma. The whole lifespan of Vishnu is equivalent to a day of Rudra. The whole lifespan of Rudra is equivalent to a day of Lord Shiva. In the whole life of Lord Shiva, 5,04,000 numbers of Rudras come and go. A Shiva's day commences and the creation, and before the end of the night, the whole creation gets annihilated. Sadashiva is eternal. Meditation. Describing about meditation, Vayudeva told the sages that to concentrate one's restless mind during meditative state, a man needs some kind of form or appearance. Idol worship is very helpful in this regard. In an idol of the deity is worshipped with full devotion. Then a time comes when a man can have its sight. Even in an empty space, idol worship also helps a devotee to reach towards the Almighty God, who is formless. It is easy for a devotee who believes in Sakar with form to change over the Nirakar worship of God. But it is very difficult for a devotee who believes in the formless Almighty to switch over to Sakar mode of worship. The knowledge of Shiva's essence is a must attain salvation in both the modes of devotion. Pashupat Vrata rituals connected with the Shiva's worship. One being asked by the sages about the rituals which give salvation, Vayudeva told them that by having devotion towards Lord Shiva, a man can achieve all the pleasures of the world and even attain salvation. Vayudeva also told them about Pashupat Vrata and the benefits derived from it. The whole Pashupat Vrata is divided into 5 parts: Kriya, Taipi, Tapa, Dhyana and Jnana. The Shiva Dharma is the supreme religion, and the rituals pertaining to it are based on the Shrutis and the Smritis. Pashupat Vrata has been mentioned in the Vedas as the bestower of supreme knowledge. It also contains all the 8 organs of yoga and were created by Lord Shiva himself. Lord Shiva is easily pleased if worship is done by this method. The devotee attains supreme knowledge and becomes liberated from all the bondages of this world. Pashupat Vrata has been mentioned even in the Arthavashrisha Upanishad. It begins on the full moon day in the month of Chaitra. It can be performed anywhere: a Shiva temple, any sacred place of pilgrimage, forest or garden. A devotee should get up early in the morning on the 13th day of bright lunar phase. 2 days pertaining the full moon day, and after finishing his daily duties, he should make salutations to his Guru. With the permission of this Guru, the devotee should then put on colored clothes and sacred thread of the same color. He should also wear a white garland around his neck and apply sandalwood paste on this body. He should then sit on the seat made of kusha grass and take a vow by holding a kusha grass in his hand. After this, he should do havan by offering articles into the sacred fire. He should observe a fast for the whole day and break it only in the night by having prasada. This ritual should be repeated on the following day, but the fast should not be broken in the night. On the final day, that is full moon day, he should repeat all the rituals, and after putting all the fire of the Havan Kunda, he should smear his body with the ashes. He should then take his bath and put on a deer skin or bark of the tree. He should also hold a stick and put on a waistband, mekhala. After that, he should again rinse Atman in his mouth and smear ashes on his body. He should perform the exercise of Ashtanga Yoga 3 times in a day as per the instructions of his Guru. This way a man is freed from the beastly qualities present in him. Pashupati Vrata can be performed by a devotee as long as he is alive, or he can continue it for 12 years, or 3 years, or 1 year, or 6 months, or 1 month, or 12 days, or 3 days, or even 1 day. On the completion of Pashupati Vrata, a devotee should establish a Shiva idol and worship it with all the 16 modes of worship. At last he should perform Ashwaran Pujan and then worship his Guru. Throughout the period of fast, a devotee should have fruits only and he should sleep on the bare land. Pashupati Vrata done in such a way helps a devotee to attain to the abode of Lord Shiva. Introduction of the universe. Vayviya told the sages who had assembled at Naimisaranya that goddess Gauri was the manifestation of Shiva's power and Shankar, the omnipotent Almighty. Both Shiva and goddess Shiva contain fathomless splendors of which only a fraction is visible in this world. This world is under the control of Shiva and goddess Shiva. Both of them are inseparable. Just as the light of the sun cannot exist without the sun, in the same way goddess Shiva cannot exist without Lord Shiva. Just as a lifeless body is of no use, similarly the world cannot exist without goddess Shakti. This illusionary world is tied up with the delusionary ropes of Shiva and Shakti. The whole creation is the appearance of Almighty Shiva. The ignorant sages describe it in different ways according to their own perception. But the fact is that Shiva is one and this world is the creation of his illusions. A man can attain liberation from this illusionary world only when he has the blessings of Shiva. Lord Shiva is beyond the reach of lust, attachment and pleasures. His existence is separate from the nature, delusion, intelligence and ego. He is free from all the bondages. Duties of a Brahman. An ideal Brahman is supposed to perform the following duties. The ideal Brahman should take Trikala Sandhya, worshipping thrice a day, Havan, offering made to the sacred fire, worship of Shivalinga, making donations. A Brahmin should also have the qualities like to see God in each soul, compassion, virtuous conduct, satisfaction, belief in God, non-violence, devotion, regular Veda study, practicing yoga, preaching teachings of Vedas, giving lectures on the religious scriptures, being a celibate or penance, having a shikha and a sacred thread. A Brahmin would never have food during the night and should contentedly chant the Om Namah Shivaya mantra. Lord Shiva is not pleased that much by rituals as by faith and devotion. A man who worships Lord Shiva while maintaining the rules of Varna Ashrama Dharma has the blessings of Lord Shiva and all of his desires are fulfilled. Chanting of mantras and establishing deities within body. After getting initiated with the Shiva mantra, a devotee should chant it for 1 crore times or 50 lakh times or 20 lakh times or 10 lakh times while worshipping Shiva. Havana should be performed for 10th part of the total chanting. Tarpan should be performed for 10th part of the number of Havana. Similarly, Marjan should be performed for the 10th part of the numbers of Tarpan. The numbers of Brahmins selected for feeding should be equivalent to the 10th part of the numbers of Marjan. At last, the disciple should give donations to the Brahmins and engage himself in the welfare of society as per the instructions of his Guru. Asceticism are of 3 types: Sthiti, Utpatti and Laya. Establishing and chanting the cryptic mantras from the thumb to the little finger is called Sthiti Nyayas. Establishing and then chanting the cryptic mantras from the right thumb to the left thumb is called Utpatti Nyayas. Establishing and then chanting the cryptic mantras from the left thumb to the right thumb is called Laya Nyayas. Sthiti Nyayas should be practiced by the householder. Utpatti Nyaya should be practiced by the celibates. Laya Nyaya should be practiced by those people who have relinquished the world. Vanaprastha. A widow should practice Sthiti Nyayas. An unmarried girl should practice Utpatti Nyayas. These modes of Nyayas should be practiced only after being taught by the Guru. Mental worship of Shiva. While doing a mental worship of Shiva, a devotee should worship Lord Ganesha by following the Nyayas mode of worship. After that, he should worship various deities related with Lord Shiva like Nandi. Then he should bring the form of Lord Shiva into his imagination and worship him mentally by making mental offerings. The devotee should then perform Havana in the navel of the Lord Shiva by offering ghee. The worship should be accomplished by meditating on the form of Shiva. The devotee should take his seat only after purifying it. He should take a vow after completing all the necessary rituals like Achamanam, Pranayama, tying a knot in his shikha. After doing the Deepa Pujan, he should worship various deities like Sun God, Moon God, Varuna, Ganesha and Kartikeya. He should then worship both Shiva and Shakti by employing all the 16 modes of worship, Shodopachara. The devotee should perform Arati in the end. In the specialized form of Shiva's worship, Avaran Pujan of Shiva is done along with the normal Pujan. Avaran Pujan means worship of all the articles connected with Lord Shiva, like his trident, his drum. In this specialized worship, the Shiva idol should be bathed first of all. Then the idol should be clothed. A sacred thread should be offered to the Shiva's idol along with the other offerings like tilak, akshat. After this, the Avaran Pujan of Shiva should be done along with the worship of Shiva's family. If the devotee feels that something was lacking in the worship, he should atone for that mistake by chanting a Panchakshara mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. Method of performing Havan. While performing a Shiva Yajna, a devotee should make offerings to the Havanakunda made of iron or mud. Fire should be ignited in the Havanakunda, following the methods as prescribed in the scriptures. He can then commence the actual worship. The devotee should make of offerings of ghee with sruva and other articles with his hand. The offering should be first made in the names of Lord Brahma, then to the 9 planets and other deities. After that, offering should be made in the name of the chief deity. The devotee should then make 9 offerings to each of the deities like Agni, Vayu, and Surya. At last he should perform the arati and atone for those mistakes which he might have committed during the whole process of worship. He should also give donations to the Brahmins and feed them.